Yes.
So, in the perfect world, yes, like I, had a few opportunities to get married, but I'm very selfish and just, like.
At least you admit it.
Huh? Yeah. And I like my sleep. That is why I've postponed from having children. Because I even cried when I got my puppy and he would keep me up at night. I'm like, oh my God, I made such a mistake. But like, I'm just,
So
I
you
just
postpone having
overanalyze
children
everything.
for sleep. You postpone having children for sleep?
Yeah, like I'm selfish and I like my sleep. And so when I have a kid, that kid's going to be my life.
Okay, let's just,
right?
Is there not something fundamentally wrong and weird and twisted about what this woman is saying? I mean, I throughout all of history, prior to, I call it the modern age, I would say like the last decade has been the decade of decay of womanhood, really, if you really zero in. I think it started after the year 2000, but I think the last decade is beyond the pale. Before that, for so long, you would hear women talk about wanting to have a family and wanting to have children. They couldn't wait for their lives to change. By that, they saw it as something bright and light and, oh, I'm going to get to like take care of this little person and I'm going to be able to, build them up and go to the soccer game. There was such excitement and optimism about bringing a life into the world. And it was a focal point, caring for the family and the child and the husband. And it all felt really warm and wonderful. Now you've got women like increasingly selfish, openly saying, I'm selfish. I like my sleep. I don't want to deal with any of that. Imagine saying, I was upset when I got a dog because the dog wouldn't sleep and I got this puppy and it was crying and I didn't want to deal with it. Could you be any less appetizing to a man, honey? Guy's going to look at you and be like, oh, how appealing. A woman who doesn't even want to take care of her puppy because she wants to just sleep. Oh, what a beautiful mother to my future children. I mean, how unappetizing are you to a guy? Even if that guy isn't focused on children now, even if that guy isn't a guy who even knows he wants kids, he doesn't want a woman who has no nurturing chip at all, selfish and self-absorbed and kind of infantile, honestly. Honey, how old are you? You're not in your 20s anymore? You never grew up? Didn't you sleep enough when you were younger? You never grew up to the point where you want any responsibility, even a little puppy dog on the floor? That's unappealing. That's unappealing because even if you're not thinking about kids as a guy, you're thinking about that woman who's going to want to, take care of things like around the house and get up and, get breakfast cooking. And there's just a beautiful thing about that. Not some like, around noon, does a stretch. Can you feed the dog? Can you, I just feel so tired. Like, I mean, these people, honestly, like, does she know she's on a podcast? People are going to see her. If this goes viral, let's say it does, at like Bangs did, people are going to see her and be like, oh, that's the one. Forget it. I'm out, This stuff can haunt you. You're 30-something years old talking about how you're mad you're not getting enough sleep because the little puppy dog keeps you up? Honey, grow up. Grow up. Some of these women, I wonder if they've been on birth control too long. I'm not kidding. Like, there's something weird that happens chemically in the brain with the birth control. I don't know if they all got mad. My gosh. I understand, like, a little bit of selfishness every now and then. I get it. It's human tendency sometimes. But at this level? She's not embarrassed. Telly, she's not embarrassed to say that the puppy dog keeping her. I can't. If you like the short clip and want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want to connect with me on Connect one-on-one, let's get talking, click right here.